Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. Anyone got any idea what this is about? Dan Walker. Remember, Dan Walker is the interviewer who interviewed Paul Ansell about the Nicola Bulley case. And suddenly this seems to have sort of popped up. I never even knew that he was in a probe into serious misconduct that apparently has sent shockwaves through Channel 5. Now, you've got to bear in mind, this is the Sun that's saying it, so maybe it's not true. Let's have a look. So he's been exonerated from serious conduct probes. I mean, what? What did he do? What did he do that was so serious? I didn't even know anything about it. Did you? So he's now, of course, he moved from the BBC and he became a Channel 5 news anchor. And apparently he was the centre of a multi-pronged complaint, which led network bosses to bring in investigators. Now, personally, I don't think it's made clear whether this investigation was when he was at the BBC or when he was at Channel 5. Help me out here. Maybe I'm missing something. What? So, of course, he was on Strictly Come Dancing. He's a committed Christian. They're at pains to make that clear, as if that makes any difference. But he's been completely exonerated. But from what? I have no idea. So apparently the complaint was made from a colleague working with him. But what? A colleague, a male colleague, a female colleague? No idea. Does anyone have any idea? Yeah, let's just watch that again. Oh, no, it's gone to the next one. It's gone to the Antiques Roadshow. Never mind. Let's go back to it. Oh, I've got to find it again because it goes on to the next one. Maybe it's deliberate just to get you confused. Honest to God, I'm just like, what the hell is going on? So for those of you who don't know, Dan Walker is a famous... So Dan Walker did the interview of Paul Ansell, didn't he, in the first documentary about Nicola Bulley. And in the second documentary that was absolutely shite, he just appeared briefly to talk about it. But I remember saying at the time when I did a video about this documentary, why was he not actually hosting the documentary? And this is why, because he was in a probe into serious misconduct. I mean, is it from when he was at Channel 5 or when he was at BBC? I mean, what, sorry, but what is going on? What is going on? So he joined Channel 5 News from BBC Breakfast in April 2022. Was there a reason for that? Was it because of shadows over his name? Or did he... I mean... I'm a little bit, occasionally I get speechless, as you know, but these sort of things make me speechless. And Dan Walker, what has he done? What were the allegations? multi-pronged complaint, it said. So the HR-led probe found this former Strictly Come Dancing star a committed Christian. I'm not really quite sure why they have to put that in. But anyway, they found he's done nothing wrong. I didn't even know there was a probe going on, though. This is my point that I'm trying to say. It's good that he's been cleared if he didn't do anything. But how many of you knew that he was even accused of doing anything? So sorry, I'm just like, I've had enough now with all this shite. Anyway, so TV star Dan Walker has been completely exonerated following a workplace probe into serious conduct allegations.
Jewelry always catches my attention, but there will be different reasons why that catches my attention.
Yeah. So he's been exonerated. So they're on here telling us how much he's been exonerated, like they can't wait to tell us how he's been exonerated, but we never even knew that he was being investigated in the first place. Please. Oh, so this picture, very odd. So this was just after he did the interview with Paul Ansell about Nicola Bulley, and then he was knocked off his motorbike, wasn't he? And this is, you know, he did take a picture when he was. Why has he got? I don't really understand what this photo is about, because he released a photo of when he was in hospital, and now I presume he's releasing this photo to say he's okay and he's at home. But why has he got blood on his collar? Is that blood on his collar, or is that like a flower pattern? Something weird going on in Britain. Honest to God, there is something so weird. So the results of the probe came after Dan was rushed to hospital when he was knocked off his bike last year. And this is when he was knocked off his bike by this black car with the registration number blocked out. So this complaint apparently was made from a colleague working in the media. Who was it, I wonder? So he's paid, we looked into what he was paid on with one video. He's paid £500,000 a year. He's a father of 3. So an investigator said of the claims, there is a lack of evidence to support allegations. This row has sent shockwaves around Channel 5 and ITN. Dan is a hugely popular figure and he's really well respected. He was devastated and totally stunned to be dragged into this. But dragged into what? FFS. What has he been dragged into? So what is this all about? To say that he's been exonerated of claims that nobody knew anything about anyway. FFS. Sorry, I can feel swearing coming on. So Dan knew about the complaint last year, but he was initially told all the claims related to events before he joined Channel 5. Oh, before. So is this when he was at the BBC? Nothing's made clear. It's like, oh, read between the lines, make it up yourself, but don't speculate. But we're not going to tell you the full story. Just don't speculate. Anyway, this is where he cheated death in a horror crash just after the interview with Paul Ansell. Ooh. Do you know what? It almost looks to me that that's a stunt person driving their bike into that car. Is it deliberate? Look, he rides right into that car. You know, why did he? Oh. You know, if I was more of a conspiracy theorist, I might think that he actually deliberately ran into that car? Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay, let's see. He cooperated with the investigation and he was totally open and transparent because he had nothing to hide. Of course, he had nothing to hide, and was later relieved.
Yes!
And was later relieved, but not surprised to be totally exonerated. Everything was done by the book, and they brought in an external team to ensure independence. Oh, of course it was independent, of course. So a spokesman, should be a spokesperson, I suppose, for ITN said, we take such crimes. There's a Freudian slip. We take such claims incredibly seriously. To ensure fairness and impartiality, we appointed an independent external consultant, a bit like the police really, and they have concluded their investigation, and given our ongoing duty of care, we won't be commenting further. Oh my God, please tell me I'm living in a parallel universe. What is it just me, or this is a load of crap, isn't it? It comes after Dan was hit by a car and flung from his bike, knocking him out for 25 minutes in February. And the bloodied presenter said he thought he was going to die after the vehicle ploughed into him on a busy roundabout. He was covered in blood from injuries to his face, hands and legs, and was unconscious until police and paramedics arrived. He said at the time, I thought I was a goner, to be honest. Well, I'm not really quite sure. I thought he was going to be a goner if he was unconscious, but never mind. I came around with paramedics and police standing over me on the other side of the roundabout. I've no idea how I got there or how I haven't broken any bones. I have zero recollection of it. My face is a proper mess. I might need some surgery. Some plastic surgery, Dan, some plastic surgery. The driver whose dash cam took the footage said, I looked in my mirror and saw him roll across the road after he'd been hit. He actually wasn't hit if you watch that again. It was like he rode into the car. It was quite shocking. Certainly something you don't see every day. I checked the dash cam footage later and I realised I'd captured the moment. He's lucky to be alive. Oh, so now he's got a new job now, Dan, because Dan Walker has revealed his new job away from TV, saying it's a dream. The BBC star, this is a BBC star, what the... Is he BBC or is he ITV? Anyway, talking to X or Twitter, Dan, 58, revealed he's now at 58. How did he get to be 58? I thought he was in his early 50s. Revealed he is now a co-owner of a cafe. He penned, you know I go on about cake a lot. Well, I'm officially now the part owner of a cafe. It's something my wife and I have been thinking about for a while, and an opportunity came up just down the road from our house in Sheffield in a place we love, right at the heart of the community, and with friends who are brilliant. So feel free to pop along to the Brook Coffee Rooms in Fulwood in Sheffield. I'll be the one in the corner eating a cronut, whatever that is. It's officially the dream. Oh, dear me. Let's have a look if we can find that. So the Brook Coffee Rooms. Let's have a look. Is it just me? Please tell me it's not just me. What the hell is going on? Sheffield, okay. Right, we've got a Facebook thing here. No website. Why would it not have a website? You know, this is Dan Walker after all. Anyway, never mind. So, Brook Coffee Rooms, there it is. 1 Brooklands Avenue, Sheffield. What? Somebody talking about herpes on the Facebook page. There's Dan. He's the new Chief Cake Officer with strategic focus on bringing back the Karamat coconut. So it sounds like it's not his shop he's helping out or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, because it's all a load of rubbish. Really? Really? Is that the best they can do? The barista with the thing on top of the coffee? They want to come to Spain and the barista does hearts and God knows what. Yeah, I don't think I'll be going out my way to go there. I mean, it looks fine, but, you know, it doesn't look anything special, to be honest. But there you go. If you want to meet Dan Walker, he won't be there. But apparently he's involved now. Look at that. What's that? Oh, dear me. So I don't know. What is it? A relative of Dan, a friend of Dan's? Dan's put his name onto it. The Dan and the Walkers are welcome to the Brook family. Oh. What? Richard, who has had to use a food bank, says, once you've got the food in your hand, it makes you feel brilliant. These people have given you the food. So I take it this is... Right, okay, this must be some sort of arrangement that they have with food banks. You know what? I hate food banks. You know, if you had a proper society, you wouldn't need a fucking food bank. Never had food banks when I was young, and we never had any money. Nobody had any money, but nobody needed a food bank. You know, food banks now, yeah. Every day in the UK, 1.5 million people go without food. We don't give them a food bank, give them a proper government who will give them an opportunity to earn their own money and their own food. Oh, right. There you go. I've got angry now. Anyway, the main thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, sorry, I didn't share the tab as usual. Yeah, banquets. There he is, Dan, outside the Brook coffee shop. Yeah, we don't want food banks. We want a proper society that doesn't need food banks. And then it just makes no sense to be showing cakes and coffees that probably cost about £6 or whatever, in a society that needs food banks. Shut up. Right, I've got annoyed now, sorry. And I've probably annoyed people by the things that I'm saying, but that's how I feel. So, first thing I just want to say is, or the last thing I should say, because I'm going to finish now. I didn't even know Dan was under investigation. Investigation for what? Still don't know. We don't know what he was under investigation for, but apparently there was no evidence. So maybe not, but you know, what was he under investigation for in the first place? Is that why he didn't host that last documentary about Nicola Bulley? Was he under investigation for when he was at the BBC, or for now that he's at Channel 5? What does this mean now he's been exonerated? Do you think he'll go back? Will he go back to the BBC? Was the accident he had connected in anything whatsoever? And what is the whole point of even talking about this in the first place? You know, putting it on the news. It was on Sky News or wherever, in the Sun, or, you know, why is it in the mainstream media? somebody help me out with this, because you know what, my head's starting to hurt about Britain. It's like, you know, what with all this about the royal family, now there's more things come out about photos being photoshopped. A photo of the Queen with her grandchildren supposedly. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that now. I'm going to go into that in a separate video. What is wrong with Britain? Can we have our Britain, the Britain that we had before, that we thought was annoying then? Nothing to what it is now. Anyway, I'm going. So, as always, till I see you again, may your God go with you. Bye.